Hey, this is Uptick Updates, episode 36. And Brian, it's already February. This year is flying by. Are we still on track for Mainnet launch in this quarter?
Of course, that's our intention to make it happen in Q1.
hmm
So yeah, we're working hard on that right now.
Awesome, awesome. So maybe tonight you can give us some updates on, the testnet status, the strategic validator partnership program, and anything else that's relevant.
Oh, of course, I love to do that. Maybe let me start from give you a brief update on the overall project. So
Okay.
yeah, so let me share a screen with you. Maybe we can walk through that. I have several things to share with you. So first is the new website. Actually, the team worked hard on that. Not only the visual effect, but more on the content part. So we want to make sure it's clean and easy for people to read and then understand what we are doing.
hmm
So so here you can see, so basically Uptick Network, we define it as a business grade NFT infrastructure to help people to build a Web 3.0 ecosystem. Basically, we repeatedly say, so we have three major elements, right? So we have the infrastructure, we have the marketplace as a digital asset exchange center, and also we have the ecosystem group to support all type of NFT-based business applications. It's our constant goal to do, because there's so many projects in the market claiming we are doing NFT, we are doing NFT plus something. But in our case, we really want to make sure we can deliver business-grade infrastructure to support a business community to run their business on top of that. So that's not just like we build something by ourselves, right? So we want to help the business community do their business. That's really challenging in my view. So in current market, there's still a big gap between make something functionally work and make it a business ready, right? So there's still a big gap between that.
Yep.
So that's our mission, I would say. The purpose for building such infrastructure is to support the ecosystem development. So on the ecosystem part, you can see, well, marketplace will sit in the center. It's an exchange center, right, for digital assets. But around it, there will be a lot of ecosystem applications, especially built by some business community owners, not by us. Right. So we are not professionals on everything. So we want to enable others to do their business in the Web 3.0 time frame, right? So or transform their Web 2 business into Web 3. So that's really valuable. So as you can see, so if we talk about NFT, so it can be a general vehicle to carry different type of digital assets, right? So maybe audio, video type, or even membership, utility parts, right? So there's a whole lot of things we can do, not only just a JPEG or PFP. So when we are able to enable all these type of very diversified type of NFT, you can see the blooming growth in the business community, because they are waiting for that. But again, they are waiting for that. It's not just for make it functionally work, make it a prototype. They want to do business immediately, right? So that's challenging, but it's really, really valuable. Of course, we try to be multiple chain support and also interchain interoperability ready, because in the future of the next generation internet, I would say Web 3 or say, so it's a internet of blockchain, right? So just like different countries, different economies. So they have their own focus and their own special value. But on the other side, we need to connect them together, make it interoperable. So that's the I think that's the real situation for a free market, right? A free global market. So they have a special focus in some area, but they can flow in the global market as well. So that's our purpose, to build such an ecosystem. Again, so you can see there's all different types of NFT. We can, well, actually, it will happen in the market, I think, this year and after that. So currently, a lot of people focus on the collectibles. There's still a lot of things to dive into collectibles, in my view. It's not there yet. That we are still on the surface. So yeah, this is a great domain can dive into. But again, you can also see there's a lot of a functional utility NFT part we can do. This part might actually help us really connect to the current real business, right? So real life business. So that's a huge market. But again, so we need to use a Web3 the philosophy to help business transform themselves into that. That's challenging, but that's really, really interesting to us. Especially we have over 20 years experience in such domain, right? In the e-commerce marketing and also social media. Of course, on the social part, you can see identity, loyalty, all those things are connected to your personal. So that's also a great domain for the NFT to play. Of course, so we also summarize some tokenomics model. So we're going to operate on the Uptick network. So yeah, I'm not going to read through every bullet of that. I hope the audience have chance to take a look. It's an Uptick.network. Yeah, okay. Especially, you know, we want to make sure the NFT can, it's not just a asset you just buy and store or show off, but it's more like a asset you can make money on top of that, right? So maybe through staking, maybe through some DeFi plus NFT scenarios. So there's those can be a lot of cross domain and well, innovation will happen, I would say. Yeah. So that's,
and this website's been fully developed, everything's filled in, or there's going to be more information to come under some of these bullets?
Oh, this website is just like a cover page for everything. So it's fully developed. Of course, we will keep updating it, because when we have more and more information, maybe in some section, you will see the secondary pages, right? So you can see that. Yeah. But currently, I think it's a pretty good overview for the whole projects. Yeah.
I like the visuals. That's good. So that's the new website. And so, what else? You want to talk about maybe the testnet status?
Yeah. I think today maybe we can spend more time on this testnet status, but because that's an essential part of the infrastructure, right? So that's the infrastructure part of the infrastructure. Everything built on top of that. So currently the testnet actually. Yeah, let me show you this. So this is a testnet, the browser, blockchain browser. You can see, we have about 150 active validator running right now. So totally, you can see we have 150. Active validators running. And also there are also a lot of inactive, because maybe some nodes they participated, then they stopped. But again, so we have the full records of that. So on this part you can see even more, probably close to 300. So by looking at this, that can be a topic for today. Actually, I want to share with you is the reason we want to make sure this testnet, because we have running testnet for over 10 months, right, from through several phases. So from that, we actually really want to make sure we want to meet more professional validator or staking service providers. Because that's really important for us to build a so-called business ready infrastructure, right? Yep. So that's we're working hard on that. So I will share with you more on this part later today. So basically, you know, the infrastructure we because of the purpose for this, we want to make sure it's close to the professional IT service level. But again, because this is a decentralized world, it's a Web3 type of architecture. It's not like a Web2, so we can have a centralized server, right? So just keep an eye on that to keep it very, very professional level of operation. But in the decentralized world, so we want to keep this principle of decentralization and autonomy. But on the other side, we want to make sure the whole network will run in close to the professional level of Web2. Because those are pretty challenging, but we have to do that because you know, we try to serve the business community, right, to run their business on top of that. They don't want to compromise too much, right? So from Web2 to Web3, yeah, maybe some user experience will change, but overall quality of service should not change. Otherwise, they don't want to move, right? So why should they move?
It's got to be an improvement,
yeah. So that's why. So we keep very hard on that. So actually, in order to make sure the participating nodes can make their contribution to the testnet to show their capability in different categories. We actually also announced a game. We call it a game of Uptick Testnet. So basically, this is a way to invite the validator community to participate into this project. It's not just you run a node and just keep it running, then just leave it there, right? So we want you to participate. By participating in this kind of campaign, you will know more about this Uptick network, our mission and our purpose. But by knowing that, you know whether this is a suitable place for you, right, to take your play your long-term role at here, right, to have a long-term commitment at here. But we really want to have a group of validators with a long-term commitment with us, and we can go together to create a win-win situation. So that's the purpose to create the game of Uptick and testnet. So yeah, basically our purpose is the validator community, they can submit different tasks. Of course, we will also announce some tasks for them to participate. So we want to make sure this is a community efforts to look into different angles of this the base layer Uptick network to make sure, like a performance-wise, the uptime, the quality of services will also all meet a certain level of a standard, right? So, and also beyond that, you know, sometimes it's not just a hardware and server running, but it's more on the team side. On the team side, they need to have a professional, like a procedure, right? Maintenance procedure to really operate on the node. And also maybe they need to have a certain level of tools to maybe send an alert when there's something happened, right? So that can help they provide a very quick response to the issues. So all those are pretty important to make sure the overall each node and also the overall network reach certain level of enterprise level, enterprise grade quality. Yeah, that's very important. So this is the purpose to create this game. So the game actually, because Testnet 2.0 is still running, so this game is still going on. So we actually already have, validators made a lot of contributions on the social media and also on some tools. For example, several validators, they created a leaderboard to list the award-based staking token ranking. So that's actually, it's pretty good for people to view it and also compete with each other, right? To make sure they stay very active and understand this project well. Yeah. So this is the validator part. But again, so beyond that, because actually I would say all currently running nodes are pretty good. So I really appreciate this sticking with us, right? So for a long time, and also provide feedback in the community, Discord and the Telegram. So we actually made quite a lot of good friends over there. So that's pretty good. But again, that's not enough. So we actually then we launched another campaign, so-called Strategic Validator Partnership Program, because we want to make sure among those pretty good validator nodes, we want to have another core group of nodes can reach higher standard or commit to certain level of a high standard, right? For example, for this strategic validator partners, we have basically three requirements. First, you are running Testnet 2. Then, second, we want to make sure you are a professional team maintaining multiple mainnets already, and also other than this Uptick Testnet, and also you have desire to make long-term commitment, right? So even though it's not a very hard obligation, but of course we need to make a commitment, right? So and the third one is also pretty important. So we hope the team, the partner, is willing to disclose their organization team's information to the public domain, and also we can cooperate in a certain level of co-marketing or whatever efforts. We can do it jointly together. Yeah, so it's not very strict requirement, but we hope just add a little bit on top of that, right, to make sure some existing professional staking service team can stand out, right? Can be recognized.
That's good. That's good. And that's what your background is there? Your background is like 16? How many have you got?
So currently, actually after this announcement, we received quite a lot response from the community. We received over 90 response, email response from the community. So express their willingness or desire to be the strategic partner. But of course, our this keeps our review team very busy in the past 2 months, because they want to make sure they can evaluate from different angle, and also they need to talk to them to understand each other, right? At least to know each other. So it took quite a lot of time. So currently, we gradually, after we confirm a partner, we make an announcement, joint announcement together. So far, we made 16 public announcement. As I know, probably there will be several more in the next week. Yeah. So, but interesting part is, so people actually are really active to express their willingness to join this program. So currently the team is also thinking, because in this announcement we said, okay, we want to find or locate 20 strategic partners in this part. But now it seems that there will be more than that. But again, so our team was thinking, okay, maybe we if it's reached 20, maybe we should not just make decision by ourselves on the fly, right? So maybe we will have a proposal to the community through the governance module. Then we let the validator community decide whether we can open gate to more seats. Yeah, so that's I think that's a right process to do based on the demand and supply, right? So yeah, so this is the status now. I'm pretty happy. So through this process, actually, we actually made a lot of friends. And also we shared the common vision with quite a lot of validator partners. Because one thing I found is, most of them are really looking for the long-term value. So that's exactly what we are looking for, right? So it's not just for short-term token earning or price, but they have the patience to stick on that and to run for the long term. So that can give us the chance to really work hard on the business development, on the platform and the ecosystem applications to keep adding value on top of that, right? So this is the real purpose for making partnership. Yeah,
I think loyalty is super important, but also, being able to see the potential for the long term, that's also very important.
And also, this is a bi-directional commitment, right? So basically, this also actually adding pressure on us. We need to make a good job, right? So we need to deliver something good to make sure we don't waste their time and energy on that, right? So then we can have a win-win. So I think that's pretty positive pressure to each side. Yeah,
it's good. It looks like it's all coming together. Everything's running well, market's turning around. What are the next steps before the mainnet?
Yeah, so I think we are pretty close to the mainnet, technically ready. So actually, recently we announced, we didn't announce on the Medium page, but we announced in the Telegram community. So we actually started a very small scale testnet 3 with limited nodes, totally 10 nodes. So actually, all those nodes are the volunteer from the logo on my wall. So they responded in 1 day, and within 1 day we built this testnet 3. Small testing environment. So the purpose for that is to really simulate the mainnet parameters, and also we want to make sure to do a detailed calculation on the like a gas fee or those data related part, because we have the algorithm, we know what it is, but we want to make sure through this kind of experiment. Yeah, so far so good. So probably we will close this small environment in a couple of days. Yeah, it's 2 weeks period. Yeah.
It's great. It's great. Okay, thanks a lot, Brian. Is there anything else to go over, or that's pretty much it for right now?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much for right now. So I think today we basically just introduced the status of the testnet, right? And also I really invite more professional validators to express their interest. So we are willing to talk to everybody, right? So that's our purpose. So again, so I would say I want to use the keywords like a business ready or business grade. So that's the whole thing. We are building this carefully, right? So a business grade application needs a business grade infrastructure, right? And the business grade infrastructure requires very professional infrastructure service operators, right? So that's why our validators are very important to build such a partnership together to make it it's a long-term success. Yeah.
I think if you want to guarantee that, you need to have a lot of testing under your belt, and you also need to use validators that know what they're doing. It's not their first time doing this, and that seems to be what you're doing. So
yeah, of course, yeah,
should be good.
That's why we need to go through this process. Looks pretty tedious and long, right? But it's important because when I talk to some validators, then for partnership, I really found most of them, they have a pretty long experience on the enterprise IT system, on the internet network security part. So so there's a lot of know-how behind a simple node running, right? So that's exactly what we are looking for, because we want to build the security and the reliability on this type of network. We need those experience to build together. Yeah,
and it's win-win. Everyone benefits.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot, Brian. That was fantastic. I'm excited about the future. Have a good week. See you later.
See you.